The Infrastructure Cluster is the cabinet cluster focused in accelerating infrastructure development alongside the government's reorganization of the cabinet cluster system. Within the cabinet cluster, IC serves to enhance the delivery of public infrastructure, ensuring the efficient and transparent management of our assets and resources. The IC took upon this important task fully aware of the daunting challenges given the extensive infrastructure gaps and the growing requirements of our moving economy. A year has passed and the infrastructure cluster's solid commitment to a champion infrastructure development has now gotten stronger. With firmer ground on which to introduce more positive reforms and changes. Hence, this build, build, build agenda that we continue to promote remains to be about our people and of uplifting the life of every Filipino through the provision of safe, efficient, reliable, cost-effective, resilient, and sustainable infrastructure. The IC promised to champion the timely delivery of quality and reliable public infrastructure, and the Cluster's Performance and Projects Roadmap, or ICPPR, has been an important tool that is now constantly used to monitor for reporting the progress of our programs and projects and ensure that these are on track and are moving forward. As we now approach the midpoint of this administration, the IC is cognizant of more work ahead and of the intended measures that need to be expedited given the time constraints. But this will not stop us. Not now that we have made significant progress. Again, the IC endeavors to work closely with the other clusters and stakeholders and shall remain fully committed to strategically and decisively advance the country's infrastructure development for strengthening the foundations for inclusive and sustainable development.
To provide updates on the government's infrastructure development projects, please welcome on stage Cluster Chair and Secretary Mark A. Villar of the Department of Public Works and Highways.
Good morning, everyone. We are continuing with our program. We are now moving to the infrastructure cluster. And can we please request everyone to find their seat so that we can continue? Sorry, sir. Perhaps a few seconds for our guests and our participants to find their seats. Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary Mark Villar.
Thank you very much. My colleagues in Cabinet, Executive Secretary Medj Aldea, and of course our team captain for the economic team, DOF Secretary Sunny Dominguez, and then also all the cabinet members, all my colleagues in the cabinet, our government officials, guests, and friends. It's truly an honor for me to be here to deliver this pre-SONA for 2019. Last year, the pre-SONA fora were established with the intention of better reaching out to our kababayan and informing them on the state of the nation in a more comprehensive and meaningful manner. With that same spirit in mind, it is with great pleasure that I stand here today on behalf of the infrastructure cluster to share with the entire nation the cluster's achievements for the past 3 years. The government has been working really hard to attain the golden age of infrastructure through the impeccable Build, Build, Build infrastructure program led by His Excellency our President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. My presentation this morning encapsulates the development and progress we have made and how we were able to achieve it. And of course, the major challenges that we have encountered relative to the various aspects of infrastructure development and how we were able to overcome them. Since last year's pre-SONA event, many of our projects have broken ground or been inaugurated, which brings us closer than ever to our collective agenda of delivering quality infrastructure to the Filipino people. These accomplishments are not attributed to a single department, but a collective effort of the entire bureaucracy under the President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's administration. Today's gathering should also serve as a report to our countrymen and stakeholders, for we want them to be fully informed of this administration's accomplishments and efforts in making our communities livable, sustainable, and resilient. So without further ado, may I now present the Infrastructure Cluster's Accomplishment Report. In the information and communication technology sector, the government has remained steadfast to address modern economic demands and adapt to the fast-paced development in the information and communication technology sector. The People Connect Free Wi-Fi Internet Access in Public Places project, the National Broadband Program, and the National Government Portal shall build the national foundation and pave the way for a developed ICT-enabled economy. In line with the national government's thrust of providing internet access for all, the People Connect Free Wi-Fi Internet Access in Public Places project was launched, geared towards the acceleration of enhancing internet accessibility and connectivity, and hasten the economic, social, and educational opportunities nationwide. To date, the People Connect has provided free internet access to approximately 2.5 million unique devices users through the establishment of 2,565 live sites covering 17 regions, 58 provinces, and 394 municipalities. In response to the clamor for faster internet speed and affordability throughout the country, the government rolled out the implementation of the National Broadband Plan. To date, the NBP has successfully tested and surveyed 100% of the dark fiber in Mindanao, 90% in Visayas, and more than 60% in Luzon. A tripartite memorandum of understanding was signed by agencies of the government for the expansion of fiber reach and to enable medium and small internet service providers, ISPs, to provide service to more households through open access facilities. Further, it is envisioned that the 2 terabyte capacity shall be harnessed through the operations of the cable landing and repeater stations, which shall be completed by July. In accelerating the establishment and rehabilitation of communications towers in the Philippines, the government, through the NBP, has signed a total of 21 MOUs with common tower providers. For the interconnection of government agencies for a faster government-to-government transaction, the NBP aims to connect more than 600 agencies by 2019 and 2020. The government launched the National Government Portal to improve the convenience and access of the public in transacting with the government. It is a single access window which contains all online information and operational infrastructure and public services of the government. Currently, the NGP has linked 173 e-services in the portal. These initiatives of the government shall lay down the foundation of a robust and efficient one digitized movement, one nation. Next, the Basic Education Facilities Fund Program. The Basic Education Facilities Fund Program aims to address the physical facilities requirements of all public, elementary, and secondary schools nationwide and to provide conducive learning environment through safe, secure, and sustainable school infrastructure. Under the Duterte administration, a total of 71,803 classrooms were constructed in various schools nationwide, benefiting more than 3.2 million learners, while 67,608 classrooms are in various stages of implementation. These accomplishments have eased the classroom congestion from a ratio of 1 classroom to 35 learners in 2016 to 1 classroom to 28 learners in 2018.
Dati, siksikan yung mga estudyante sa isang room lang. Pero dahil nga po napadami yung rooms na na-designate sila sa iba't ibang areas, like yung sectioning din po, mas nababawasan kami in a room.
Noon po, actually 2 shifts po yung klase. May pang-umaga at saka pang-hapon. Ngayon po, sa mga bagong buildings, sabay na po lahat. Kaya mas easier na po yung pagpasok ng mga estudyante.
Malaking pong tulong ng mga pasilidad na ibinigay po sa amin ng gobyerno dahil mas napapadali at mas komportable po kaming mga estudyante na mag-aral at nabibigyan po kami ng inspirasyon na mag-aral na mabuti dahil sa suporta na ibinibigay po ng gobyerno para sa amin.
Thank you. The Evacuation Center Development Program. To minimize the use of school buildings during typhoons and other calamities as temporary shelter for disaster victims and prevent disruption to the flow of classes, the government is building evacuation centers in every region of the country. As of May 2019, 82 evacuation centers have been constructed in 52 provinces, and 55 evacuation centers are under construction. Like the completed evacuation center in Cadlan, Pili, Camarines Sur, the evacuation centers are constructed to be resilient, gender-sensitive, and compliant to sphere standards, such as separate toilets for male and female, provision of infirmary and pharmacy, breastfeeding room, prayer room, communication room, and ramps for persons with disability.
Proyekto ito sa amin kasi unang-una nawala yung pangamba ng mga evacuees kasi dati ang yung evacuation center na ginagamit namin ay hindi siya safe, hindi ganito kasi kumbaga ano lang po yun, school na ginawa lang evacuation kasi wala po kami na evacuation na ganito.
Bukod sa kompleto na pag may emergency pa po, hindi na po kami tatakbo sa ospital kasi meron na po dyan na pharmacy.
Kumpleto po ito sa mga pasilidad, sir, kaya yung mga evacuees po magiging at home po sila, sir.
Ito po yung pinapangarap po namin na magkaroon na hindi namin kaya noon.
Thank you. The Center and Residential Care Facility Project. The construction, rehabilitation, and improvement of the centers and residential care facilities is one of the milestone accomplishments of the Duterte administration. 1.4 billion pesos was allocated for 210 projects in 71 dilapidated and congested facilities and in 4 new centers. 51% of these projects are now complete. The centers and facilities provide services for the protection and rehabilitation of marginalized and disadvantaged individuals and groups, including children, youth, women, and elderly.
Ako dahil si Bugoy, 20 anyos, nagpuyo sa San Francisco, Agusan del Sur. Sa upat na tuig na nilabay, ako dahil nakabuhat og sa laod. Kutong nga sa laod, naiuban ko sa barkada kay tungod kakong kinabuhi. Tagamtaman ako ang kalisod og walay guidance sa pamilya og sa diha-diha tuday na mga pagbuhat na kasuhan mi nabutang mi dinhi sa RRCY and then sa akong pagpuyo dinhi nga natagaan mi og intervention nga aron kami mabago tagaan mi nilang panahon diri mi nakabaton sa RCY og maayong pamatasan ug uban pa dabaw na ng sa mong pag-eskwela kitagaan mi nilang panahon pud nga maka-eskwela makakat-on sa mong pagtulog karon mas lami na gid matulog kay di naman siya igang di na siya guot pan kung mahuman na mong rehabilitation din niya makaulit nami.
With the harmful impact of climate change and growing frequencies on flooding, the government will continue to pursue projects that will expand protected flood-prone areas across the country. Under the Duterte administration, 4,536 flood mitigation structures were completed. The construction of pumping stations at Barangay Wawang Polo and Coloong in Valenzuela City were completed last April 6, 2019. The main objective of the project is to mitigate the effects of flood damage in Valenzuela City. The government will also construct 20 new pumping stations and rehabilitate 36 existing pumping stations under the World Bank and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank assisted Metro Manila Flood Management Project, Phase 1. The JICA-assisted flood risk management project for Cagayan River is now 94% complete and targeted to be completed by September 2019. A total of 120 hectares will be protected by the 2,025-meter revetment structures in Barangay Alibago and Katagaman in Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. The flood risk management project for Tagaloan River, which involves the construction of 2,569 meters of flood protection dike, 1,527-meter drainage improvement, and 1,162-meter drainage canal was completed last June 18, 2019.
Pagbanaaning dike at bayang kalipay ng mga ang dike na himo kay mo ginamit ni Panginoon sa kinabuhi kay asa mo mga tanong na safety na kaya nga mong panginabuhi ni garden redyot na nga nahimo na ang dike okay na kaya sa mong panginabuhi.
Yung tide embankment po, malaking tulong po yun katulad po sa amin ng mga fisher folks parang maprotektaran po yung kapangkabuhayan po natin.
Karon salamat ni nana ang mga tunday ko ba katong nga mong maisaw na dili na mo mapuslan may kasaan ang mga sinakong na ano makaroon Disyembre masakuha namin makatulog namin kay mura mo na magkikahadlokan pag abot sa Disyembre nga magbaha na dayon magbagyo na.
The Tourism Road Infrastructure Program is aligned with the strategic direction of the National Tourism Development Plan to improve access and connectivity to tourism gateways, service centers, and tourism sites. A total of 83 billion pesos was allocated from 2016 to 2019 for the construction, rehabilitation, and upgrading of about 3,201 kilometers of roads leading to declared tourism destination. As of May of 2019, 961.56 kilometers of tourism roads were completed.
The road helped us because it's easy now to travel, because it's all cement, so no rough road anymore. You can still feel the fresh air. So from the airport to everywhere, you can go in all part of the island.
And I think the infrastructure here is well organized. I liked it. I observed that the roads are made from strong concrete and the thickness of them, I like them. I saw that you have the wires, the metal wires, which make them stable.
Before, wala pa talagang roads. Yung airport from Tagbilaran pa, maliit pa yung airport. After a few years, very short na yung trip namin. Kasi before, talagang aabot ka ng 6 hours. Masusulit nyo talaga kasi napakaganda lang ng facilities, pati yung roads, yung transportation and everything. Nakikita na nila yung developments and yung ganda ng place. Kaya siguro pinupuntahan na sila ngayon. Then ngayon, yung mga tao, nagkakaroon ng livelihood, nagkakaroon ng mas magandang income, nagkakaroon sila ng mas magandang buhay dahil dun sa mga turistang.
Part of the Boracay Rehabilitation Program is the improvement of the 18-kilometer Boracay Circumferential Road. It involves concreting and widening of existing roads, construction of sidewalks, street lighting, tree planting, and the provision of bike lanes. Travel time between the Boracay Circumferential Road is approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes from Cacban Port in Barangay Manok-Manok to Ilig-Iligan Beach in Barangay Yapak. The road will serve as the connection between the two main entry-exit points of the island and will reduce travel time by 45 minutes.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Nelly.
And we're from Making It Happen vlog. We've been to Boracay already 3 times, once before and twice after the rehabilitation.
So what we really love about the new Boracay is that the beaches are cleaner, less busy, the water is crystal clear. And overall, it feels more like being back in paradise.
It used to be very busy on the beach. You couldn't walk without people constantly trying to sell you tours, but that has completely changed since the rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Another big point is the infrastructure and the road. It's so comfortable to get around between each station, and also getting to Boracay Island is a breeze. We really love it.
And we loved it so much that we have been twice to Boracay since the rehabilitation.
Every time we go there, we seem to discover more amazing restaurants, beaches, and places to explore, so we'll be back.
We will be back.
In November of 2016, the Roads Leveraging Linkages for Industry and Trade program was developed to create and enhance industry developing infrastructure in priority economic and manufacturing zones in support of the Export Development Act, the SME Act, and the Comprehensive National Industrial Strategy. A total of 9,610 kilometers of roads supporting industry and trade were identified. As of 2019, 18.37 billion pesos has been appropriated for the construction and upgrading of about 865 kilometers access roads leading to industries and trade corridors across the country. And as of May of 2019, 179.92 kilometers were completed.
Malaki po ang pagbabago, lalong-lalo na yung mga tinayo nating kalye at mga road widening na nakapag-attract ng mga turista dito sa loob ng Polo Point. And of course, sa one of the biggest locator dito sa loob ng Freeport Zone.
Napansin ko rin po kasi na isa na rin po yung Polo Point Baywalk sa naging tourist spot mula nung na-improve po yung ating daan. Pag tuwing holiday, sobrang daming mga turistang pumupunta dito.
Wala nang trabaho ng mga tao dito kapag walang kalsada. Mas magandang may darating na ganitong proyekto. Sa pag walang kalsada ng ganitong panaway din hindi kami maidar ng gulay namin sa syudad o sa market. Masisira, hindi aabot ng isang araw. Mas maganda ang darating ng kalsada para hindi kami mga dito.
Our Agri-Infrastructure Support Program. A total of 21.39 billion pesos was released from 2016 to 2018 for the construction, improvement of 2,140 kilometers of farm-to-market roads. As of May 31, 2019, 1,096 kilometers were completed.
Akong benepisyo amo maguma tungod kay mga produkto may mais, upra, saging, lupa, magkaasuludang sakyanan, barato na ang among pamasayan.
Halin diri pagkakatulungan mga sobra sa oras. Karon ay semento na mudala din ang abot na isang oras. Mga 40 minutes. Magandang ng dulot, magkaroon ng tulay dito sa aming bukirin. Sa kalsada o. Malo kami naglabas ng palay. Bago ng traktura ko ay madaling lumabas kapag ang buhay ko sa labas.
The Philippine High Standard Highway Network Program. Expanding our highways and expressways will give way to regional development and competitiveness. We will build and lay the groundwork for 1,049 kilometers of new high-standard highways and expressways in Luzon, Cebu, Davao, with a total investment cost of 776 billion pesos or $15 billion US. Under the Luzon Spine Expressway Network Program, a total of 888.26 kilometers of high-standard highways, expressways in Luzon are targeted to be implemented and constructed, which is more than twice the 382.26 kilometers of existing expressways. Once these projects are completed, the travel time from Ilocos to Bicol will be reduced from 20 hours to 9 hours. By September this year, we will complete the Poso Rubio to Rosario section of the Tarlac-Pangasinan-La Union Expressway. Travel time between Tarlac City and Rosario-La Union will be reduced from 3.5 hours to 1 hour. TPLX will also be extended up to San Juan, La Union. The Central Luzon Link Expressway Phase 1 is a 30-kilometer expressway from Tarlac City to Cabanatuan, Nueva Ecija. Once completed, travel time will be reduced from 70 minutes to 20 minutes. The 4.1-kilometer Tarlac section will be opened this month. The construction of the two-lane, 24.61-kilometer arterial bypass road was completed last May of 2018. Travel time between Burol, Balagtas, and Maasim, San Rafael, and Bulacan was reduced from 69 minutes to 24 minutes. Construction of additional two lanes is ongoing. The 5.58-kilometer NLEX Harbor Link Segment 10, connecting MacArthur Highway and C3, was inaugurated last February 28, 2019, and opened to traffic on March 1, 2019. The 2.6-kilometer R10 exit ramp will be opened at the latest first quarter of next year. Travel time from port area will be reduced from 1.5 hours to just 10 minutes. We are fast-tracking the completion of the alternate route bypassing EDSA, the Metro Manila Skyway Stage 3. It is an 18.68-kilometer elevated expressway from Buendia, Makati City to North Luzon Expressway in Balintawak, Quezon City. Travel time, when this is completed, will be reduced. Travel time from Makati to Balintawak in Quezon City will be reduced from 2 hours to 15 to 20 minutes. Another project bypassing EDSA is the NLEX-SLEX Connector Road. It is an 8-kilometer elevated expressway extending the NLEX southward from the end of Segment 10 in C3 Road, Caloocan, to PUP Santa Mesa, and connecting it to the Skyway Stage 3. Travel time between Clark and Calamba will be reduced from 3 hours to 1 hour and 40 minutes. Pre-construction has already started. The C5 South Link Expressway is a 7.7-kilometer expressway extending from R1 Expressway to C5. Travel time will be reduced from 40 minutes to only 10 minutes. Segment 3A1, which is from Merville to C5, is targeted to be open on July 22, 3 weeks from now. The Cavite-Laguna Expressway will connect Cavitex in Kawit, Cavite, and SDEX Mamplasan Interchange in Binyan, Laguna. Travel time will be reduced from 1.5 hours to 45 minutes. The 10-kilometer Mamplasan-Santa Rosa section is targeted to be completed by this month. The Southern Luzon Expressway, Toll Road 4, is a 66.74-kilometer toll road from Santo Tomas, Batangas to Mayao, Quezon Province. This will reduce travel time from Santo Tomas, Batangas to Lucena, Quezon from 3 to 4 hours to 1 hour. Groundbreaking was held on March 26, 2019 at Chaong, Quezon, and construction works for this project has finally started and is well underway. We have already completed the feasibility study for the 220-kilometer Quezon-Bicol Expressway. The ICC requisite documents were submitted to NEDA for review and approval. Once completed, travel time from Tayabas, Quezon, and San Fernando Camarines Sur will be reduced by 2 hours. To jumpstart the implementation of the Camarines Sur Expressway project, an amount of 942 million was already released for the opening and construction of the road section at the municipality of Minabalak. Travel time between San Fernando and Pili will be reduced from 51 minutes to 11 minutes.
Nung wala pa yung project, laging traffic. Almost 2 to 3 hours yung biyahe para lang makapunta ka ng Manila or Quezon City sa sobrang dami ng mga truck tsaka volume ng sasakyan. Mas madali nang makapag-commit sa mga schedules. So, syempre, pag hindi ka nata-traffic, mas hindi ka stress sa pinupuntahan.
Una, marami nabigyan ng trabaho. Kaya malaking bagay ang magkakaroon ng bypass road.
Kung wala yung bypass road, ang daan talaga sa puso sa kabilang daan. Tutusin, mahirap kumandon dahil sa dami ng dumadaan, maging kalsada, napaka-traffic.
Malaking bagay yung Tiplexer kasi lumapit yung biyahe namin po, sir. Tapos yung pag-akyat namin, at least makarating kami ng maaga dito sa Baguio po, sir.
The Mindanao Road Development Network Program will improve the logistics network in growth corridors and conflict-afflicted areas in Mindanao through the construction, rehabilitation, and improvement of about 2,847 kilometers of road network in Mindanao.
Ikumpara nato karon, maayo na kayo ang kalsada nga na simento na. Sa una, from Damay, mong sakay mig motor, 15 minutes kay tungod sa kalisod. Karon motor is 5 minutes na lang.
Kayo na pagbuhan, ma'am. Una-una, sa'yo na ang pag-agi sa masakyanan. Sa'yo na ang pag-traffic. Pagkalimulan sa'yo sa market. Naman mawalit sa ilang sabitunod sa ilang panimalay.
Under the Duterte administration, 9,845 kilometers of roads were constructed, maintained, widened, upgraded, and rehabilitated.
Noon, dito po, hindi po maganda ang aming kalsada, daanan. Pagka dumaan kami, Puro lubak at putik ang aming naranasan. Nagbago na ang lahat, may kalsada na, maganda rin ang kabuhayan ng mga tao, lalo na kami sa tapat ng bypass road.
Araw-araw na dumadaan dito kasi diyan sa loob po, napaka-traffic. Kaya malaking bagay din po na nagawa itong bypass na to.
Kining karsada itong mga sawa pa ni mga simento, pertigyon ni Sura agyan, lubak-lubak. Nga gamay ra pud kay agyan. Kaya isa po ay agyanan po sa dapil. Safety ang mga tao mo agi. Pero sa kuha na tanaw, murag dako kay ni sa katabang kay isa pa. Mura o daghan na po nag-aagi ng masakyanan.
Dati kasi itong lugar na to, may bayan ng dagat. Dati na two-way na karsada, ngayon ay national highway na. Ikaw ay nagko-commute, mas nakakatipid na.
The Metro Manila Logistics Improvement Program involves the construction of 12 new bridges across the Pasig-Marikina River and the Mangahan floodway with a total investment cost of 36.48 billion pesos. Included in the program are the two bridges under China Grant, which broke ground last July of 2018. The first one is the 710 lineal meter bridge Binondo Intramuros, which connects Intramuros at Solanas Street and River Drive and Binondo at San Fernando Bridge with a viaduct structure over Estero de Binondo. The existing Estrella Pantaleon Bridge will be replaced by a three-span V-shaped rigid frame with corrugated steel webs with a 4-lane deck concrete slab of approximately 506 linear meters to connect Estrella Street at Makati side to Barangka Drive at Mandaluyong side. The Inter-Island Link Mega Bridge Program. We also envision a more connected Philippines under our Inter-Island Linkage Mega Bridge Program. We are building a series of short and long-span bridges linking island provinces to eventually connect Mindanao and Visayas to Luzon via land travel. It involves the construction of 17 short and long-span bridges with a total length of 175,650 meters and an investment cost of about 1.7 trillion pesos. The groundbreaking ceremony for the 3.77-kilometer Pangil Bay Bridge was held last November 28, 2018, while the feasibility study for the 17.3-kilometer Panay-Guimaras Negros Link Bridge, funded through China Grant, will be completed this year. The Panglao-Tagbilaran City Offshore Connector Bridge aims to improve the connectivity between the New Bohol-Panglao International Airport and the Tagbilaran Fast Craft Terminal and enhancing intermodal transport between the two major terminals. Under the Duterte administration, 2,709 bridges were constructed, widened, upgraded, rehabilitated, and strengthened.
Nung wala pa po itong Anduyan Bridge, iniiwan ko po yung motor ko doon sa may tabi ng ilog. Tapos sumasakay po kami ng bamboo raft para makarating sa kabila. Tapos maglalakad po ulit, tatawirin yung sapa. May sapa pa po kasing isa. Nung naipatayo na po itong Anduyan Bridge, marami pong benepisyo ang naibigay. Isa na po dito yung mga estudyante po ng high school. Nakakarating na po sila ng school nila sa tamang oras.
Wala pa po yung tulay. Tapos yung pagtawid po namin doon sa ilog, lumalangoy lang po kami kasi wala po. Yung mga racket, ganun lang po yung sinasakyan namin. Yung nabuo yung project na tulay. Laking tuwa po namin kasi hindi na po kami nahihirapan sa pagpasok sa eskwela, tsaka sa mga nagtatrabaho po sa bayan.
Since the start of the Duterte administration in 2016, we have completed the construction of 2 new international airports. We have 1 airport currently under construction and 1 more airport set for construction. The Bohol-Panglao International Airport, the country's first eco airport that utilizes natural ventilation and environment-friendly equipment and facilities, was inaugurated last November 27, 2018. It also harnesses solar energy from panels installed on the roof of the passenger terminal buildings. This covers around 30% of the airport's electrical requirements. The new airport is seen to accommodate as many as 2 million passengers annually.
Dahil sa Bohol-Panglao International Airport, nagkaroon kami ng isang makabago at eco-friendly airport na may improved safety and security.
Then dahil sa Bohol-Panglao International Airport, nagkaroon ang aming co-op ng opportunity na mag-expand at magserbisyo sa mas marami pang mga tao.
Nang dahil sa Bohol-Panglao International Airport, nagkaroon kami ng world-class na airport dito sa Bohol na nagdulot sa mga pasahero namin ng kaginhawaan, maging lokal man o international. Nagbigay rin ito ng mga job opportunities sa aming komunidad.
Under the visionary leadership of Secretary Art Tugade, the construction of the Bicol International Airport is more than halfway complete. The airport is being built on a 148-hectare lot and will have a 2,500-meter runway with a scenic view of Mount Mayon. It will accommodate 2 million passengers annually with new and higher capacity facilities and enhanced safety of airport operation. The proposed new Manila International Airport will help decongest passenger traffic at NAIA. The new airport is expected to be operational within 4 to 6 years from the target start of construction in 2020. The invitation calling on local and international companies as potential challengers to San Miguel Corporation was published last April 12, 2019, and opening of bids is set on July 31, 2019. To complement the operations of the NAIA, the Clark International Airport is building a new passenger terminal building, which was now 67% complete. Once completed, the CRK's overall capacity will increase to 12.2 million passengers annually. A second runway, 2 kilometers from the existing runway, is set for construction to make for an independent and simultaneous operation of runways. As we work for decongesting NAIA, rehabilitation works continue for its Terminal 2. Formerly tagged as one of the worst, the NAIA is now recognized as among the most improved airports in the world. Dubbed as the world's friendliest resort airport, the Mactan Cebu International Airport's new world-class passenger terminal building was inaugurated on June 7 of 2018. The new terminal officially opened on July 1, 2018, and is now catering to international flights, while the existing Terminal 1 handles all the domestic flights. With the construction of the new terminal building, the airport's annual capacity is increased to 13.5 million.
I actually already texted a friend. The terminal is beautiful.
I think the best thing that ever happened here was the construction of the new terminal. It showed that we can create a nicer infrastructure, and a previous terminal that we had to the current one that we have, it's really a big difference.
I love the architecture. It's so light and airy. It feels modern and new, and everything, it just works, and there was no delays. It's one of the nicest airports that I've been to, and I've been to a lot of airports.
For me, the biggest contribution, of course, comfort of the passengers as well, especially Cebuanos.
Maraming nagkaroon ng trabaho, maraming opportunity na open sa mga tao.
You know, we have graduates, a lot of graduates from different universities aiming to work in the airport industry, and because a new infrastructure would always, I think, would mean more employment
Everyone I've talked to has been lovely. I don't talk to that many people, but everyone's been very nice.
Of course, mga tao kay very accommodating siya. Tapos, ang cleanliness sa airport, na-amaze ko kay very clean, tapos dili siya anak ka traffic. Murag wow, murag wala ako sa Philippines, wag na ako sa abroad kay very clean. Tapos ang mga tao, accommodating, friendly.
This is better than any airport that I have been into the United States. Absolutely on par above most international airports that I've been to.
I'm so proud, I'm so proud. Which is na-amaze good ko kay nindot na siya kaayo pang world class good siya. Pwede natin mag-compete sa ubang international airport.
For decades, the Philippines has functioned on a total of 77 kilometers of operational railways. The government envisions to expand the country's rail network to 1,900 kilometers to benefit around 4.5 million passengers daily. To date, 6 railway projects are ongoing, while 6 more are due for construction. The Metro Manila Subway, the first ever underground railway system, broke ground last February 27, 2019. The 36-kilometer subway will run from Quezon City to NAIA Terminal 3 and FTI in Taguig. It is set to commence partial operations by 2022 for its first 3 stations, while the entire rail line will be fully operational by 2025. Once completed, travel time will be reduced to just 36 minutes end-to-end. The Metro Rail Transit Line 7 or MRT 7, which will serve commuters from Quezon City to San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, is 44% complete. Once the line is finished by 2021, travel time from North Avenue in Quezon City to Bulacan will be reduced from 2 to 3 hours to just 35 minutes. The MRT is expected to accommodate 300,000 to 800,000 passengers daily. Since May 1, 2019, Sumitomo Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Philippines has been handling the rehabilitation and maintenance works for MRT 3 to restore the railway system back to its original design condition. Once rehabilitated, the MRT 3 will increase the number of its operating train sets from the current 15 to 20 at peak hours. It will double the operating speed to 60 kilometers per hour and slash by half the time between trains from the current 7 to 10 minutes down to 3.5 minutes. After nearly 2 decades and 3 administrations, the LRT Line 1 Cavite extension officially started construction last May 7, 2019. The 11.7-kilometer extension will cut travel time between Baclaran and Bacoor from 1 hour and 10 minutes down to just 25 minutes. Partial operation for the first 5 stations is eyed by the last quarter of 2021. The extended line is seen to accommodate 800,000 passengers daily, double its current average ridership of 458,000 passengers daily. Stalled since 2009, the Common Station finally moves forward under the Duterte administration. The Common Station is a concourse that will connect 4 major railway systems, namely the LRT-1, MRT-3, MRT-7, and the Metro Manila Subway. The entire Common Station is expected to be operational by 2022. The LRT-2 East Extension in Masinag continues to see progress as the overall construction of the project is at 61%. The viaducts are already completed, while the design and build of the 2 new stations, Emerald Station in Marikina and Masinag Station in Antipolo, is 86% complete. Once completed, travel time from Recto, Manila to Masinag, Antipolo will be reduced from 3 hours via bus or jeepney to just 40 minutes. The entire line is expected to accommodate 270,000 passengers daily. The North-South Commuter Railway Project is a 147-kilometer mass transportation railway system that will traverse through Clark, Pampanga, Metro Manila, all the way to Calamba, Laguna. It offers a seamless connection of 3 railway lines, the PNR Clark Phase 1, PNR Clark Phase 2, and PNR Calamba. The PNR Clark Phase 1 broke ground last February 15, 2019. The project involves the construction of a 37.6-kilometer commuter railway from Malolos to Tutuban. Once completed, travel time between Manila and Malolos, Bulacan will be reduced from 1 hour and 45 minutes to 35 minutes. This will benefit approximately 300,000 passengers daily. The PNR Clark Phase 2 is a 53-kilometer extension from Malolos, Bulacan to Clark, Pampanga. This will feature the first airport express railway service. Travel time between Malolos, Bulacan to Clark International Airport will take just 30 to 35 minutes. This segment is seen to accommodate 340,000 passengers daily, and partial operation of the PNR Clark Phase 2 is set for 2022. While the PNR Calamba is a 56-kilometer railway line from Solis, Manila to Calamba, Laguna, the right-of-way and site acquisition, detail engineering, and procurement for general consultants are ongoing. The loan agreement with JICA was signed on January 21 of 2019. Meanwhile, the loan agreement with the ADB was approved on May 23, 2019, which covers the civil works for PNR Clark Phase 2, the first segment of the PNR Calamba. This is ADB's single largest infrastructure project financing in history. For 20 long years, the PNR line from Caloocan to De La Rosa, Makati remained closed to the public. The PNR line was reopened in August of 2018, making it the fastest and most cost-efficient means of transportation from Caloocan to Makati, with a travel time of only 37 minutes. A month later, in September last year, the PNR reopened the Sangandaan station in Caloocan and the FTI station in Taguig. By December of 2018, the PNR extended the Caloocan-De La Rosa line to the north with the opening of the Governor Pascual station in Malabon. The 639-kilometer PNR Bicol Railway project will connect Metro Manila, Region 4A, and Region 5, reducing travel time between Manila and Legazpi City from 13 hours to just 6 hours. Right-of-way and site acquisition and processing of the loan agreement for the project management consultancy are ongoing. Partial operability is targeted by 2022. The project is expected to accommodate 100,000 passengers daily. Mindanao's first railway, the Mindanao Railway Project, is targeted to start construction by the fourth quarter of 2019 for its first phase. Phase 1 is a 102-kilometer rail line that will run from Tagum City, Davao del Norte, to Digos City, Davao del Sur. Pre-construction works and right-of-way and site acquisition are ongoing. Once it is completed, travel time between Davao del Norte and Davao del Sur from 3 hours will become just 1 hour. Target operability for Phase 1 is set in 2022. The Philippine Railway Institute, which will serve as a primary policy-making, planning, implementing, regulating, and administrative agency on human resource development in the Philippine railway sector. Construction of a 20,000 square meter building will start in the fourth quarter of 2019, while partial operations will begin in October of 2019. Full operations for the PIR are scheduled in 2021. To boost maritime commerce nationwide, the Duterte administration has completed a total of 159 port projects in 92 commercial ports nationwide. These port projects include the port development and expansion, construction of port operations building and passenger terminal, installation of solar-powered lighting, improvement of power system and other related infrastructure, supporting port operations and maintenance, increasing the country's connectivity and mobility, as well as establishing new local growth areas for tourism, trade, and logistics. 41 social and tourism port projects have already been completed, while 73 are ongoing. The Cavite Gateway Terminal, the country's first container barge terminal, was inaugurated on November 22, 2018 in Tansa, Cavite. The barge terminal is seen to decongest truck traffic on major roads and offer a faster, more cost-effective access to Manila-Cavite area.
nagkakaroon ng issue pagdating dun sa arrival ng mga shipment namin dito sa EPSA dahil dyan sa malaki problema ng traffic congestion.
Sa Manila, medyo mahirap yung queuing going to port. And then of course, yung travel time because of traffic. So, nung nagkaroon ng Cavite Gateway, nagkaroon kami ng shortened delivery. At saka, daily, parang it's easy for us na magkaroon kami ng easy, predictable na schedule ng delivery. So, we can commit to our client na daily, we are surely na meron kaming delivery.
Yung travel time na instead na mas mahaba going to Manila Port, mas shorten yung travel time natin pag kumuha po ng empty containers and then returning of containers pag import.
If that's the service works for me, I'm sure that is worth also for them. Because I said, CGT is, if you have client in Cavite, delivery time is much better.
In-expect namin na mas mabilis yung serbisyo ng pagdating ng cargo rito sa EPSA using Cavite Gateway.
The newly improved passenger terminal building of the Sasa Port in Davao City has been opened to the public on October 28, 2018. With the PTB improvements, more passengers are seen to travel through the Sasa Port. Construction of the new passenger terminal building at the Port of Cagayan de Oro was completed last April 2019. Set as the biggest PTB in the country, its new facility can accommodate 3,000 passengers in full operation. Inaugurated last year, the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PITX, is the country's first land port. The new terminal serves as a transfer point for commuters from Cavite and Batangas going to general parts of Metro Manila. Aside from the PITX, 2 more intermodal terminals will be built. These are the Taguig Integrated Terminal Exchange and the North Integrated Terminal Exchange.
Mabuting na idulot ng PITX. Siyempre, yung kaginhawaan.
Komportable pa yung mga pasahero.
Dito talagang sure ka na makakauwi ka.
Dati kasi sobrang hirap, sobrang init, tapos siksikan pa.
Parang airport May gate pa no? Ang ganda ng proyekto ito. Akala ko nga it would be just as simple or ordinary bus terminal.
Pag CR ka, naka-aircon. Ang waiting area, naka-aircon. May mga TV, tapos may mga kainan, sobrang alwan.
Marami po nagsasabing parang airport pero ang sinasabi po namin, landport po ito.
Mga empleyado, nasa labas pa lang ako ng PTX at ihahatid na ako dun sa ticket booth, ganun. Sobrang nakaka-touch na ganun na friendly talaga.
Ang laki ng pagbabago ng Pilipinas dahil sa mga terminal ng mga ganito.
This project is a symbol of progress. Isa itong patunay na tayo ay umuunlad. Kahit sana yung mga kaapu-apuhan ko makaabot ito. This is a job well done. Thank you so much, PITX.
As you can see, we've gone a long way since we commenced on this journey. You can see that much has been done, but much still needs to be accomplished. We have to admit that as we are already halfway in revolutionizing our infrastructure, new formidable obstacles will surely emerge to impede us. But we count on our sworn oath as public officials to give our utmost best and ensure that our people, the Filipino people, will have access to efficient and effective infrastructure facilities. Expect that in subsequent years, more and more improvements will eventually unfold before our eyes, leading us into achieving our vision of the strongly rooted, comfortable, and secure life. These are the faces that serve as our driving force in braving all the adversities that arise along the way, and also motivate us to bring the continuous progress that we promise to the Filipino people. We give our best because the Filipinos deserve nothing less. And make no mistake, the best is yet to come. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you, Secretary Villar.